Hi everyone, it's Matt here. Just checking in for our week 2 assignment list to make sure that you all are aware of what you need to do for this week. So as you're watching the video right now, you're seeing this update and then recommended schedule announcement. And so each week, what I like to do is just give you a rundown of the assignments that you need to complete and then the order that I recommend them being completed in. Hopefully you understand the flow of the course at this point. You always have your preview assignments first, then you complete the ed puzzle and in-class activity together. After you complete a set of lessons for ed puzzles, you then complete the practice assignment that's related to that lesson. For example, like lesson 3, A, C, D, and E would all correspond to the lesson 3 practice once you're finished. And then you repeat that process for the next set of lessons. Okay, so hopefully you're understanding that. One thing I'll note is that for the ed puzzle activities and for like your notebook notes, you do not need to submit them anywhere. Those are simply for you to use as you're working on the projects and on the practice assignments. Okay. So this week, based off of our course schedule, we have a couple of project due dates coming up. I'll go ahead and click on the course schedule just to give us a reminder. So last week we introduced Project Zero, and you all submitted your checkpoint last Thursday, and I should have given you feedback over the weekend. As a reminder, you guys have your final submission for that. So based off of the edits that you make from my feedback, that is due tonight, Tuesday at midnight. Okay, so make sure you get that in by midnight tonight. All right. Once you guys get my feedback on the final submission, which will probably be tomorrow, your goal is to create a Google form a Google form for your survey that you can then send out to your friends, family, coworkers, colleagues to collect data for your project. Okay. That Google form, I keep saying Google Sheet, that Google form is due on Thursday. So that's where this survey and spreadsheet submission comes into play. That's the first assignment that I want you to work on for the week. So I'm going to go and click into it just so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. And obviously my view is a little bit different from yours, but this is kind of a preview. So it's where you provide a link to your survey and spreadsheet where you can collect your data for the projects in the course. This will allow me to make sure you're ready to start collecting data. It's strongly recommended that you use Google Form. Now I'm going to go to the overview and instructions for the project and data collection plan. It's the same overview and instructions that we introduced last week. So this might look familiar. You should have used this as you were completing the template for the Project Zero project data plan collection plan template. Now you have completed this template and your survey questions are located in there because that's what Project Zero was, right? Now we're at the point where we can begin to build and publish a Google form. There is a video guide to watch. In the video guide, you have an instructor walking you through how to create a Google form, how to take your questions from your project data collection plan template and put them into a Google form. So you're going to watch this video. Once this ad ends, I'll show you. You're going to watch this video to help you create the Google form itself. Okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of give you a preview. For some of you, you may have used Google Forms before. Great. If not, this will be a very nice and in-depth tutorial on how to use it. Sorry, these ads, I'm telling you, hopefully they end here pretty soon. Okay. There we go. All right. Cool. So again, this is an instructor kind of walking you through side by side if you had your template, how you would create a Google form on a website. So definitely follow the video for help. She even goes over how to publish your Google form and then how to share it with me, your instructor, for your grade. Okay. So that's the first assignment for the week. The next assignment is a set of preview assignments and ed puzzles, kind of leading up to the lesson 3 practice. Okay. The one thing and then same idea for lesson 4. The one thing I'll mention that for the survey is your goal is to submit just the Google form and the Google sheet that's attached to it by Thursday. So that's the due date for that. Sorry, I just want to make sure I get my timeline schedule right. So that's the due date for the survey and spreadsheet submission. Once I give you all feedback, it'll probably be on Friday after that, after the 28th. I'm basically going to give you feedback that, hey, your Google form looks good. Your spreadsheet looks like it's set up. You're good to go to start collecting data. And then you guys are going to collect data from at least 30 respondents by next Tuesday, June 2nd. Okay, so that's when the at least 30 responses are being asked to be completed by. All right. So this week, it's really just getting your Google form set up by Thursday. And then once I approve it early Friday, we're going to then go and start to collect the data to get at least 30 responses. So hopefully that process makes sense. Last week, you guys focused on creating your survey questions. This week, you're going to take those survey questions and put them into a Google form and then connect it to a spreadsheet, Google Sheet. And then you're going to go and start to collect the data via the survey results. Some of that may seem confusing right now because you haven't watched the support video. Make sure you watch the support video titled Building and Publishing a Google Form. And you can find that by going into the overview and instructions from the directions for the project data collection plan, and then scrolling to the bottom and clicking on the video that says Building and Publishing a Google Form. Right. That's about it for week 2. Let me know if there's any questions throughout the week. I'm happy to help you. Another thing, one last thing I'll mention is that for some of you, you're noticing that the links in the Edpuzzle videos aren't working. If you need the links, you can find them by clicking on the in-class links sorted by week tab here on our homepage. Click on that, scroll down to the appropriate week, find the in-class activity, and that's how you can get to the links not only more accurately but also quicker. I would have this open as you watch the Edpuzzle videos, so you don't have to like type in these really long links that they provide in the in-class activity. Okay. Other than that, that should be it for the week. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll see y'all around. Have a good one.